This is the Star News Brief. I'm Joeli Regi. President William Ruto has hinted at a more inclusive government, even as he cautioned against reckless negativity, discrediting his administration. Speaking when he led the nation in celebrating this year's Jamhuri Day, the head of state said he will continue reaching out to all Kenyans in the spirit of national unity. Ruto said political competition and rivalry should never be allowed to block national interests. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com. Nairobi will next year get an infrastructural facelift after City Hall heightened its lobbying with the national government to spruce up major roads and courted development partners for more funding. Governor Johnson Sakaja has announced that his administration recently conducted joint tours of major city roads with Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir to assess the needed repair works and restore them for utility. From the fiery campaigns earlier this year for the presidency of the Law Society of Kenya to her risky and sleepless advocacy for the rights of Gen Z protesters, this year has been bittersweet for Faith Odhiambo. At the peak of the protests in June and July, the LSK president was at the front line, mobilizing lawyers to be stationed at police stations and courts, ready to secure the release of arrested protesters and defend their rights. On Wednesday, she was declared Jurist of the Year for her courage in standing up to alleged state excesses. 2 court cases and a row in Azimio have caused the delay in appointing a team to hire new IEBC commissioners, throwing the country into a constitutional crisis. A petitioner named Boniface Njogu is before the Kiambu Law Court on charges that persons living with disability were not incorporated in the hiring panel. At the same time, the National Liberal Party and its leader, Augustus Muli, are before the Court of Appeal in Nairobi. Muli is challenging a decision by the High Court which held that he won in the election by Azimio parties, but in the wrong category. The ruling, in effect, handed Wiper Party a chance to nominate its candidate, Koki Muli, to the hiring panel. Gang violence, some involving children as young as 8 years, is alarming stakeholders despite efforts by security agencies to stop crime. And this holiday season is a heyday for gangs. Some violence starts as childish beefs among school children, even about such trivial matters as girlfriends, then spreads to whole gangs and neighborhoods that fight other gangs. Knowing children can't be held in jail, only sent to juvie for a while, emboldens dangerous little culprits and frustrates police. Get a copy of the Star e-paper for only 40 shillings by logging on to www.mgazzetti.com.